Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am jumping straight into today's video with adhering my nail tips since I've applied my peel off base coat off camera. I'm using the C-curve nail tips, but you can use any nail tips of your choice. I'm also using nail glue gel from Born Pretty to adhere my nail tips. I do want to keep these nails pretty long, so I barely trimmed them. However, I am going to file the sides of the nail where the nail tip sticks out so that when we do application, everything is smooth. Before we begin application, I am going to apply base coat on all of my nails and cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds. For today's polygel, I am using this color from Model 1s, and I'm also using alcohol as my slip solution. I am only doing one bead for today's application. I'm also not going in depth about what I'm doing with application today since this is an astrology video. For those of you that are new, I have started an astrology series that is centered around nails and the horoscope of each sign. So if you're interested, stay tuned. If not, feel free to use the timestamps below to skip over this section. So we are doing the sign of Cancer today. There's some really good stuff to cover for all my Cancers today, and I'm excited for this one because I'm also a Cancer as well. I was going to touch on Mercury retrograde, but by the time I upload this video, it will be over and we will be well into Leo season. So I'm just going to skip that. Hopefully you all survived the retrograde in one piece. So one of the amazing transits that is happening right now is Jupiter in Cancer. I think it's the most hyped transit so far by the mainstream astro community, and honestly, I don't blame them. Jupiter represents blessings, luck, and expansion, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, meaning it's comfortable here and operates at its best under the sign. So Jupiter is essentially amplified. So what would this mean for us as a collective? Since Cancer represents home, emotions, mother, land, roots, family, and caregiving, we could expect to see these themes extremely highlighted on social media around this time. I think there would be another boom of family content creators, or family content involving children would be gaining a lot of traction and popularity during the course of this transit. Since Cancer deals with Mother Nature, I can also see animals and humans interacting with each other more. Hopefully, humans gain more understanding and compassion for Mother Nature and the other animals that coexist with us. Jupiter in Cancer is also a really good time to mend or solve any family issues you may be also experiencing as well. I can also see solutions for student loan repayment, fertility rights, emphasis on parental leave, and caregivers getting more attention surrounding their undervalued labor. And under that, guys, I definitely think we can see mothers gaining more recognition and the attention they deserve and the care that they deserve for everything that they do for the family unit as well. Since we covered earlier that Jupiter expands everything it touches, since Cancer is a water sign, I think we could possibly see issues with plumbing, water levels rising, or issues with our drinking water. I also want to mention that Saturn did square Jupiter at one point. I think it still may be squaring the United States Cancer rising right now. I'm not entirely sure, but I could be very wrong. The last time Jupiter was in Cancer, there was a boom in the Airbnb sector and housing. While Saturn is still in Aries, there's an emphasis right now on who gets housing and birthright citizenship. So there's huge issues and tensions in the homeland of the United States right now. I also think there has been and will be more light shed on toxic mothers and abuse that children have faced from their families. I feel like people will be more comfortable speaking out about their experiences on social media and will receive undying support. I believe there will be more remedies and awareness surrounding that topic, and it will help others that have experienced that same abuse get remedies and the help that they need. So that's all I really have to cover in regards to Jupiter in Cancer. There wasn't really much when I was doing research. I feel like everyone or most blogs and forums just kept talking about nurture and emotional well-being and just the basic Cancer things that I feel like they're not really capturing Jupiter in Cancer in its essence. I feel like nobody had any predictions for what they think would happen in the aesthetic space under the Jupiter in Cancer transit. Like, no one said anything. And I know the transits are a little tough since we do have Saturn and Neptune kind of squaring Jupiter at some point, and we do have that looming energy with Pluto in Aquarius as well. So for what I think we might see when it comes to fashion and trends with Jupiter in Cancer, I know we still have some malefics going through their retrogrades and squaring Jupiter, but I think for the hair space, I really feel like everyone's going to be into extremely long extensions and long hair. I feel like that's going to be a huge thing. Cancer is a feminine sign, and long hair in very traditional ancient texts was about fertility and femininity, and I feel like Jupiter expanding that, I feel like people will have a gravitation towards long hair. I can also see people embracing their hair at its most natural state, like breaking free from hair dyes or wearing their natural hair texture. Since Cancer deals with the roots and our family lineage, I think some of that could play a part as well with the hair trends. And I know the princess nails is like really popular right now because, again, Jupiter was squaring Saturn at some point, or I should say Saturn was squaring Jupiter at some point. But I think long nails are going to make a comeback, in my personal opinion, because Jupiter is going to be moving away from Saturn as time goes on. I feel like financially the economic market might get a little bit better, and people will start having the means to have long nails and the means to have long hair extensions as well. Again, this is just a prediction. I might not be 100% on the mark, but that's what I see for that. I also see a lot of people archiving a lot of vintage fashion. I feel like vintage is going to be super huge. Cancer also rules nostalgia, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of reboots happening in the media space as well, with a lot of shows and movies. I feel like so many things are just going to be resurfaced and rebooted with Jupiter and Cancer. I also think like hyper femininity will be really huge. I don't know if that's a word, but I think I can see that happening and resurfacing once Jupiter moves away from Saturn a little bit. I feel like the pink pills type of stuff is just going to be bigger than before, honestly. Alright, so that's all I have for the collective right now. So moving on to Cancer placements personally. So Jupiter will be conjoining our Sun until next year in 2026. Like I'd covered before, Jupiter is the planet of blessings, expansion, and luck, so you can expect to be touched by Jupiter in those themes in a really great way. Bonus if you have Taurus, Scorpio, or Pisces placements as well. There will also be a Venus and Jupiter conjunction on August 11th. So it really all depends where you have Cancer in your chart, but you can expect expansions and blessings in your appearance, vitality, your personality. You maybe even have luck in your career and earn income. But again, it really all depends where you have Cancer in your birth chart. And that is all I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you enjoyed your season as well. And I'm going to stop talking now, and we're going to get on with the next section. So here is how my polygel application is looking. I'm going to go ahead and wipe away the sticky layer from the polygel using alcohol so we can begin filing. I have my dust collector ready and my hand file. I am just going to file the free edge and the sidewalls of my nail to really crispen up the shape with an 80 by 80 grit file. We are now ready to begin gel art. For today's inspiration, I did a poll in the community tab. I do run these once a month for every sign, so do not be afraid to participate. I also got feedback for designs and the color scheme. I really wanted to do something that captured Cancer's essence. I decided to do purple and silver for the color scheme, as well as white, just to bring some feminine colors together. I did want to do these a lot longer than extra long, but because the poll majority voted for long, I did try to stay in between long and XL. So first things first, I'm going to apply top coat on all of the nails. I'm only going to cure this in my UV lamp for 30 seconds so that I'm able to apply pearlescent chrome. Once our pearlescent chrome has been wiped off, I'm going to be using this silver cat eye gel from Gaui. I really love the magnet shine on this gel polish brand, and I think this is going to be my new favorite for cat eye because the pigment is amazing. I could have used a more thicker cat eye barrel, but I decided to use the cylinder one, and I did stack another cylinder on top of that just to draw out the magnet a little bit more. Always take your time when you're doing cat eye. You can work with it as long as you need to, just to get it where you want it to shine. Now I am going to hand paint a French on most of the nails. We're going to leave the index finger or the ring finger alone, and we're going to apply 2 layers of the white gel polish for the French. I did want to do a little bit of aura, so I am going to be taking some padding gel, and we're doing an aura nail with no airbrush this time. With this padding gel, a little really goes a long way. For the ring finger, we are doing a silicone flower mold, and I'm pretty rusty with this, if I'm being very honest with you. And learn from my mistakes. Make sure you put 2 layers of the gel polish. 1 layer of gel polish is not enough, so make sure you are doing 2 just so that the mold holds and it's not like cracking as soon as you try to pop it out of the mold. To finish this look off, I am going to apply top coat on all of the nails, and I will cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds. So here are how my nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Cancer, I would really love your opinion on this. I feel like I always mess up our nail set for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like I can never capture us very well. So you let me know if I did us justice. I personally really like this, but I would also like your input and your opinion. I do have everything that I used linked in the description box. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and thank you all so much for watching. I do hope to see you in my next video.